It's time for bookkeeping, beer, and BS.
Well, let's start back at the beginning. What was the impetus? What was that big bang moment of Dave's running a window cleaning company?
Well, I started my company in '99, so it's been a long time.
Been around for a minute.
Yeah, I did pretty well at first. That's when we had yellow pages. I just paid for the most expensive yellow pages. I'm sure some people listening
out in the yellow pages.
Yeah, some people listening weren't even born yet in those days. But the late '90s, internet wasn't where it was, and then all of a sudden that stopped working, and I was like, "Oh shit, what am I gonna do?" So I'm like, "All right,
I'll a different colored page I could be on."
Yeah, I'll go get a website. And I got a website. I was like, "Well, how come nobody's coming to my website and calling me?" So then I paid for this thing called Google Ads. I'm like, "Oh, that's great." But then
what year did you start doing Google Ads? Like, when do you remember when that first became?
It was probably like 2008, 2009, somewhere around there.
And before that, it was all like organic, just listings on there.
Yeah, before that, it was just like, I don't even know how people found my website. I don't even know. It was all a mystery to me. So I started paying for Google Ads, and I could spend $100 a month and get 10 or 12 customers. I'm like, this is great. Well, not long after everybody else was doing it, and they change all the time. So I was spending $100 a month or $100 a day and getting nothing. I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah.
So I said, well, I got to figure out how to get my website to show up, where people are searching, and I'm not going to pay for that. That'll be free to me. So I was fortunate. I basically took my money from my business and invested into my business. I went and I learned SEO from some of the best guys in the country. I flew all over the country and spent several years doing it. And I just applied all my knowledge.
Was there like an aha moment of, you're like sitting banging your head against the wall and something's not working out, and you're looking at data and you just go, I need to be the best, in my city, in my state, in the world at doing this thing, because here's where the world's going. Like, was it like a traumatic event? Like when the Twin Towers got hit, I was sitting here.
Yeah.
Did that?
No, I do. That's funny you asked that, because I do remember the moment. I said to my wife, I said, I'm going to fly to Nashville. I'm going to go hang out with a bunch of dudes. I don't know any of them, but they know how to get websites showing up on the top of Google, and that's something I need to do. Mm-hmm. And I think at the time it cost me maybe $2,000 or $3,000. And she was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're going to spend that money." And, she's a great wife. She's supportive. She let me go. But I remember that conversation. I'm like, I got to figure this out. So I flew out to Nashville for, I think it was like a 3-day event. Man, I didn't even know how to build a website. I didn't know anything about building websites.
Yeah. It's just a digital place people find you,
I know.
They just magically appear.
Yeah. So that was the aha moment for sure.
While you're telling the story here, Rob chimed in and said, Dan may quit bookkeeping, but he will never quit beer. I think that's about as good as it gets. That's nailed it. I like that one.
Rob knows you very well, for sure.
He does. I'll drink to that, Rob. But then again, I'll drink to pretty much anything. So,
are you going to upgrade your beer if you make enough money, or are you still going to drink the same beer?
I don't know. I'm having a Natty Light right now in a Halloween can. I like to mix it up, I like to bounce around. The more important thing is that it's in my Blue Skies koozie, right?
Yeah. I think everybody has a Blue Skies koozie.
I'm making sure of it. My next thing is I'm getting bottle openers that are like going to be my business cards. So everybody's going to have a koozie and a bottle opener. We got you.
I love that day. I love that day we were in Vegas, and you and me and Sean and Travis were just hanging out, and you're literally just walking around the whole pool deck. Here's a koozie. Here's a koozie. Here's a koozie. I'm like, that's a driven man.
Everybody was koozied up.
Yeah, that is awesome.
All right. Anyway, so you had the epiphany moment with your wife, and you said you got to go do this thing.
Yeah.
And so you went to Nashville. Who do you remember? Who you were studying? Who at the time was the best of the best that you were trying to learn from?
Yeah, the guy's name is Mike Long. And other guy's name is Greg Morrison. And they've done SEO for like insurance agencies and lots of affiliate stuff where you just make so much money. It's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. I never had the desire to do that. I just had the desire to apply it to my own business. So, and then I stopped from that moment. I stopped paying for Google Ads. And then I remember clear as day, I met up with one of the guys in Vegas a few years later, and my business was bringing in $50,000 a month. And I'm like, dude, I'm at 50,000 a month.
Where can I even go from here? Do I just retire? What do I do?
I know. I was so excited. Oh, so excited. So then, the beauty was since probably 2011, I mean, at least 10 years, I've not paid for any advertising. Our business grows so much. It's ridiculous.
So you never did start running Google ads again.
No, never did.
Pure organic and referral and word of mouth.
Yeah. I even asked you, I'm like, hey, who does Google ads? Cause I don't know. Remember you referred
yeah.
Click, call, sell.
Michael Gregory. He's the man.
Yeah. Cause I have people ask me all the time and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know who does Google ads.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah. So basically, since we've been at the top of the search engines in multiple cities that we service, just absolutely, I mean, our phones ring off the hook. They never stop ringing. We've just grown and grown and grown.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a great time. So, and then, I hired a lot of people to run my business. I don't run my window cleaning business, which is the best part of it all. Got a general manager, and my father even works in my business. And that's always a fun story because he's not the greatest employee, but I think
he abuses the relationship.
Yeah. I say to him, hey, Dad, how come you didn't do that thing I told you about? When I talk, it's important. He's like, how does that feel, son? I'm like, oh. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, I thought about doing it. And then I thought, what would Dave have done?
Yeah, what would Dave have done when he was 12?
Sand. Yeah.
Completely ignored me. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so so we went to that. We hired a general manager probably 3.5 years ago. We've opened another division in Denver. It's going extremely well in Denver.
Did you buy it or did you just start it from the ground up?
Started it from the ground up. So Denver was kind of a fun story. There was some troll on Facebook who told me that I couldn't get my website to show up in whatever city I wanted. And I'm like, where are you at? He's like, Denver. I'm like, yeah, watch this. So if you search high-rise window cleaning Denver, like my company's the whole page. It's pretty cool.
So the stupidest thing, I know Latimer's talked about it. I know Bobby Walker's talked about it. If you tell an entrepreneur they can't do something, you like just guaranteed that it's going to get done. Right. I mean, if somebody gives you that challenge, it's like, that was the worst thing you could have possibly said to me. Cause now I'm coming for you and I'm not stopping until I've got you.